take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day.
What's good, KB Squad? It's your girl, Kabla Aisha, and today I want to tackle the issue of how I dealt with heartbreak and baby loss at the same time, because I went through those things simultaneously. Yeah, simultaneously, that's all I could say. So, we all know by now that I had lost my baby on the 25th of December, and on the first week of January, their dad left me. And I was in so much denial that I forced the relationship onto him, because now I was using him to heal myself. Yeah, I was kind of using him to heal myself, and he was my shoulder to cry on at that point. So me and my father's kids met in high school. I was doing grade 11, and he was also in grade 11 and in 2014, and we dated from then. So in 2018, in 2020, I moved in with him. Yeah, we moved in together in 2020. I fell pregnant. I had my twin babies in December 2020. In 2021, my baby boy passed away. January 2022, their dad left me. So that's how it happened. So after the the thing with my son's passing is the fact that it hit me in waves, and after certain things happened, and I allowed them. I don't even know why. I regret them to this day. But the thing with my son's passing is that I couldn't bury my son. I did not go to the gravesite. I couldn't see my son's coffin. I couldn't see him in his coffin. I was not allowed to cry because I was told that if I cry, I'm going to, you know, I was told that it's bad for his twin sister because she's still alive, and I have to be strong for her. So now all these things are happening to me, and I'm so confused. And my only place of solace at the time was their dad, and he was my safe place. But only to realize that it's not the same for him. So the burial passed. Now it's me being in denial of how I feel. So I took all those emotions, and I just put them away, because from day one I was told not to cry, not to cry, not to cry, and I did not cry. I was not able to grieve for my son. Okay, the first week of January, their dad said, I don't love you, I don't want to be with you, I am done. And I was like, what? I was in so much tears that I begged. That guy had never begged a guy to love me like that in my life. I begged, I cried. I called my parents, I called his parents. I cried for days. And then he was like, no, okay, let's move back to my parents' house. I'm still not okay. I'm trying to collect myself. And we went to his parents' house. And finally, in March 1st, 2022, was like, actually, I'm done. I can't do this. I don't want this. And then I went back home. And then all of that came all at once. Like, the grieving was like, I was now grieving my relationship, and I was now grieving also my son. Those feelings that I had packed and put behind me, they're now coming and flooding me. And I was feeling like, wow, I was being suffocated with this pain, with this sadness all of a sudden. And I cried. I cried every day of that month. The whole of March I was crying. The whole of March I was begging this guy to love me. And it's so sad that I did not realize my self-worth at that time. I did not see that I'm worth so much more. I did not have that love for myself. I felt like he was my place of peace. I did not have that peace within myself, that I felt like he was my world. I tried taking my life 2 times, if not 3 times. But my parents and my baby sister held it down for me. Hands down, they were the best people ever, because now I was unemployed. I had just lost my son. I had just been dumped, and I'm back at home with zero, nothing. I had nothing in my bank account. I had nothing. I'm just back with my clothes. So my parents held it down for me. My parents told me to cry. My dad was like, you know what? Leave this guy alone. He does not love you. He does not value you. There's nothing. This should show you that this guy does not take you seriously, because if he took you seriously, he would have been here with you in your hardest times. So he chose to not be here. He chose to be with someone else, and we can't blame him for anything that he is doing. So I don't know, you know. I was talking, so the first thing I did was talk, talk. Everyone I saw, I would talk about how I feel, would talk about the things that I'm feeling in my heart. I would share and share and share and share and share as much as I could. I created a TikTok page and I started telling my story. I created on Facebook and post on different groups about how I feel, about what happened, about everything that had happened in my experience. And I started feeling lighter gradually. My sister would take me out every other week. We'd go out, we'd see people, and I would gradually see that, you know what, this guy, there's no need for me to cry for him, because really I was settling for less. I was settling for something. I don't even have a relationship experience. He was my first boyfriend, he's my first baby daddy, and he's my first experience in a relationship, in dating. And I've never experienced dating outside of him, and I guess it was just me being afraid of putting myself out there again. I was just afraid of the unknown. I was afraid of now having to put myself and look for a partner, and having to kiss someone else, and having to, you know, do all of those things. And I would cry. I would write on my diary. I would scribble everything that I was feeling. And I just want to say, it's okay to cry. It's okay to not be okay. It's just okay. And the hardest part is that my baby sister is here to remind me every day that she's a twin. She's a twin. And now I had to adjust to a new. She had to also adjust to a new routine, because now she's alone. She's also confused because she would do things I would do things with them a certain way before, but now we had to readjust her schedule because she's alone now. And now I'm grieving. I had lost weight. I was so much darker. I decided to go and cut my hair. It was a lot. It was a lot. But the one thing I'm thankful for in 2022 is the fact that I'm still here. I'm still breathing, and I'm with you. I'm with you, the KB squad. And I'm just overall excited to share myself with you, to share myself with the world. And I'm like, I hope I would heal other people, to let them know that we all go through different things. We all go through challenging situations. And please, please, please cry, guys. Please talk. Talk as much as you can. I understand it's not easy losing a child. It's not easy getting off of a long relationship, especially when you don't know what you've done. You ask yourself a lot of things. You have what ifs, you have a lot of questions. But I'm overall just happy that I'm now starting to be me. I'm now starting to enjoy life. I'm now starting to do things that I was not able to do, because I kept myself in this prison. I lived such a monogamous life through faith. It was like a routine life. I was living a routine, you know. I was living a routine, and now I'm starting to go out. Now I'm starting to let myself go and feel free, and starting to let myself be young. You know, I did not let myself be young enough. I wanted to jump now to this relationship and be a parent, and be a partner, and be a wife to this guy that did not feel the same way I felt about him. So me getting over my relationship, it took my parents, it took my sister, it took me talking to people. And now I could safely say I'm a lot better. I'm no longer even worried about that guy anymore. He was just a guy that I met in high school, and I happened to have kids with him. And when I reflect, I also see the red flags in our relationship that I would bypass or just let go, because I was so in love or infatuated with his image that I couldn't see the red flags all this time. So when I start to see that, I was like, what? Where's my worth? Why am I doing this to myself? So I had to close the chapter. I had to say it's enough. I had to say stop. I had to say, Kabelo, wake up. Wake up, pull up your socks, stop feeling sorry for yourself. And that's what I did. I just did that. I'm still applying that. And it's now coming to me, the fact that I did not grieve for my son. That's why it was so hard for me to celebrate December or Christmas Day, because I remembered now that I could not even go to his funeral. I could not even cry. So I told myself that I'll just give myself to feel. I wanted to feel so that I could let whatever that's inside my heart go. I just wanted to cry. I just wanted to moan. And I did that. And I'm thankful for that. And I'm looking forward to 2023. Great things are going to come. It's going to be fun. It's going to be nice. And I hope you're having great holidays with your friends, with the people you love, with your families. I hope you had the best presents. Please keep one for me. But other than that, from me to you, I love you, squatters. And I'll see you next time. Bye.